Hey, Elijah. Hey, Elijah. Can you hear me okay? I got a microphone here. I'm wondering if it makes any difference. Can you hear me okay? Testing one, two. Testing one, two, three. Can you hear me okay? Are you there, bro? I'm trying to see how this microphone, how it's coming across. Testing one, two. Test, test. Anybody coming into the room, if you can hear me, if my audio is okay, can you let me know? Ah, brother Moriel, brother. So the microphone is okay? Thanks for letting me know, brother. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to see how if it's going to work out for me. If not, let me just return it. All right. So, bro, thanks for joining me, man. It's good to see you. Thank you for coming in, checking up on me, bro. Really appreciate it. Might as well get started with the video if I can situate this thing. How do you situate it? I guess that's the best it'll do. All right. Thanks, Brother Moriel. Let me go ahead and get myself started so I can do the video here. All right. Thank you, Creator, Heavenly Father, Mother, for help for blessing me with the opportunity to be a light while I'm in this reality. Thank you, brethren, for joining me. Oh man, oh man. I don't do videos on the weekend anymore in case anybody is wondering. So I have a new schedule now. I'm part of a Bible study group and Wednesdays, and they also meet on Saturdays. So that's I used to do videos every day, but for anyone who didn't know, I'm doing them now Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. So just to let you know, I have a microphone. And so, brethren who are coming in, if you could just let me know how it sound. I don't, if there's any difference from the videos from starting last week to today, I appreciate it if you could somehow let me know, and I can decide whether or not it makes any difference whether you have a microphone or not. So anyway, thank you, brethren. Thank you to my channel where I absolutely love to try to I love to try to share things from the OAHSPE and other spiritual books that will bless your soul, you brethren who are faithless, meaning you can subscribe to the OAHSPE Bible. You can also, you just spiritual, you brethren who know that the nature of the Creator, that it's all good. It's all good, all good. Ah, yes, a Moriel. That's my flesh and blood brother right there. Choosy too. That's my brother. That's my brother. He's a cancer, so y'all two fit together. That's my beloved brother, man, my flesh and blood brother. Thanks for letting me know, bro. Thanks, Chuck. So anyway, let me go ahead and begin with the video because I got a lot that I want to share, man. What I'm going to read today, man, oh man, oh man, kept me up most of the night because when you talk about the OAHSPE, When you talk about the blessing, the man, you just can't. The only thing that can make me want to lose sleep is by reading and learning as I'm learning in this day and age. And I just, man, I'm telling you, you brethren who are also faithists, you can believe and subscribe to the OAHSPE, brethren who are spiritual, and it don't matter really, everybody, one principle is in the world. When you read the OAHSPE, the creator, he point you to the principles of things that you could learn in the world. There are ways you can learn spiritual truths in the world. Like one thing I read that I'm going to be reading in the OAHSPE, the creator, he's wanting to let you know how it goes when we're finished with this reality. He talks to you about the lesson of water, how water turns into a solid. Well, it's like a solid or a liquid, you call it a liquid. And then when it evaporates, it turns into a vapor, but it elevates. It elevates, meaning what's a good word for it? Increases. It gets higher and higher. It's a lesson for all of us scientifically to learn that it's the same way with you, for mortals, with men. At some point, I mean, all that life is that you go from where you are right now and you wind up in a higher elevation. You're going to do it one way or the other. You're going to do it. It's a principle you see in the world. Everywhere you look, man, the creator is showing you what is going to pertain to you. And that means you must elevate. You must grow higher and higher. That means more. What's a good word for blessed? What's a good word for a better change of reality? With everything the creator creates, man, it must grow higher and higher, better, better and better and better. That's the create. Even if you don't believe so now about yourself, you must at some point. And what he does, I say it all. I love to say it all the time. The creator, he let you come to him. You got to come to him. You got to finally say, hey, you know what? There is no power in my religious God. There ain't no power in it. I've been praying to, that guy? I was talking to my brother Moriel today, and we were talking. And I brought up the subject of the Iranian president who just died. Now, personally, I believe it was let me I want to do the Angels first because I'm getting ready to get going, and I got so much I want to say, I ain't gonna stop. So, like I always do, the Angels found in the Essene Gospel of Peace, book 4 right here, the Angels. Let me see. I got to get going because if I get started, I ain't gonna stop. And I don't, my videos are, to me, they're short, even though they're an hour and a half. I try to cut it off at quarter till the top of the hour. What would East Coast, let me see, it's 8 something East Coast time. It's about 8:10 East Coast time. So I always try to end my videos like 6:45, just to let anybody know. I like to try to go until about 6:45 and cut it off, right? So I feel like my video before no time at all, it's time for me to shut it down. So let me try to get going real quick here. Now, I love to acknowledge the angels. Now, since I'm not doing videos on the weekend, then I'm skipping the angels of the weekend. But the angels of the weekend, I'll just give you a snapshot and you can read the angels of the weekend. I'm using the Friday, Saturday, Sabbath as the starting place for the acknowledging of the angels. Just so you know, just for order's sake. Now, some brethren believe differently, that Sabbath falls on Sunday, Monday, and it goes with the new moon. And actually, I happen to, me personally, I subscribe to that. So anyway, You have the angels of the weekend. The angels of the weekend. Hold on one second. Okay, so the angel of the weekend would be right here, the earthly mother. I'm not going to do it. I'm just showing because I don't do weekend videos anymore. So that's the earthly mother who is or not angel, but who you want to fellowship with, according to the Essene Gospel of Peace, Book 4 of the earthly mother. There you can read about the earthly mother, and then for the evening of the Saturday evening, you can uh, you are not worship, but acknowledge the angel of eternal life, and then Sunday rising. That would be the who would that be? That would be the uh, angel of the earth. You can read right here. I'm just doing it for video's sake. You can stop the video and read. And then or actually, I'm gonna just start doing that. And then the angel of the evening of the Sunday evening will be the angel of creative work. Angel of creative work. Now, today being Monday rising, that's the angel of life. So let me do the angel of life real quick, where we say these words 3 times together on 3. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Angel of life, enter with strength the limbs of my body. Again, 1, 2, 3. Angel of life, enter with strength the limbs of my body. And again, angel of life, enter with strength the limbs of my body. And then we read, and with these words, embrace the tree of life, even as I embrace the brother oak, and you will feel the power of the angel of life flow to your arms, to your legs, and all parts of your body as the sap flows in the tree in the spring, even as it runs out of the trunk. So will the angel of life flood your body with the power of the earthly mother. And then tonight it's going to be the angel of peace. Angel of peace, where we read, on the third evening after Sabbath, say these words: peace, peace, peace. Angel of peace be always everywhere. So on 3, let's say it together. All right. 1, 2, 3. Peace, peace, peace. Angel of peace be always everywhere. Again, peace, peace, peace. Angel of peace be always everywhere. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Peace, peace, peace. Angel of peace be always everywhere. And we read, seek the angel of peace and all that lives and all you do and every word you speak. For peace is the key to all knowledge, to all mystery, to all life. Where there is no peace, there does Satan reign, and the sons of darkness covet most of all to steal from the sons of light their peace. Go therefore in this night, and the golden stream of light, that is the garment of the angel of peace, and bring back to the morning the peace of God that surpasses overstanding, that with this perfect peace, you may comfort the hearts of the sons of men. Now, I have some ministries on Facebook where I just try to redeem the time. I just try to redeem the time, man. I'm just a brother trying to redeem the time. I happen to believe that this is not ultimate reality where we live. The earth is not ultimate reality. And I believe that there's spiritual reality that is beyond compare. Simple as that. I just believe that there is a reality that we're being prepared for, if you're willing, that is you can't even imagine. You might call it a fairy tale or what. I can't really, uh, argue about it. All I know is I believe it. That's what really spirituality is all about. People, they want to believe in something better for themselves while they're in this reality. So anyway, food ministry for brethren who are raising, who for orphans mainly, children. You have children. There's a way to mute this one. I got a cough. for brethren, um, small children. Um, Maybe there's food insecurities, and I want to try to target those brethren who are in that situation. You have children, you have maybe orphans, elderly, disabled, these types of people. Primarily, I'm targeting them because the OAHSPE, it really amazed me when it said that that's who the Creator wants you to direct your charity to. He don't want you to direct charity to able-bodied people, which kind of shocked me. I mean, it makes sense though, because there are people who rely on charity so that they don't have to work. And Creator, he's not he comes down on it. Now I don't think he's saying you know, don't give charity, but you get the spirit of what I'm saying. You got people who they want to get out of having to work, and there are really people like that. It's a terrible thing, but he commends when you want to do charity for those who pretty much can't help themselves, or elderly, senior people, or people in that condition, that situation. Um, that's who the Creator, he says he wants you to do charity for. So anyway, I can be contacted, put food ministry in the subject line, and I will do it. I will get on it. All I need is the information. Here's a fellowship group. I have a Facebook. I think I have the link in the description area. And I just try to redeem the time, man. I mean, I just try to read and then share what I read for brethren who can subscribe to the OAHSPE Bible and other spiritual books, who feel that, I mean, you feel the same way I do, that as long as you just try to to go about in truth and sincerity, then you home free, man. You know that if you can do that, the rest, if you can be in that spirit, if you can be sincere and truthful, then you you've been created to worship the Creator, to look for him, worship me, and he's surely going to find you if you're willing. You're going to be found, and he's going to give you information, give you some knowledge, help you to understand the reality that we are in. As simple as that. You're going to be on your way. He's going to give you a little taste of your ultimate abode, which is a world we can't even describe. Nobody can describe. I mean, you, I'm going to read a little bit to you when I get to the reading. I mean, you can't describe it. He's amazing, man. If you got people on earth who bless their children with mansions, or so they don't. I've seen videos of like people who were rich and they left an inheritance to their children. For an earthly man, it's the type they live the type of life, man, that that an earthly you know you know what I mean. I mean, people who they they just live the children, they live, a lot of them squandered wealth, but they live, man, a life that you just can't. I mean, any type of car they want, any type of mansion, any type of, they, people around them that, I mean, high quality, great people to be around, and that's what their life is because of the inheritance of their parents. You know what the Creator say about you brethren, who, I mean, really, to the children of men. Anything with life belongs to the Creator. Really. I mean, but there's some of you that are ahead of the line. Faithists. We're pretty much only really just ahead of the line, but everybody's going to get there. That's my understanding about the OAHSPE. Everybody is going to get there. I mean, to the inheritance of the Father. And I was reading today about the difference between the what's called the Etherian realm and the spiritual, the atmospherian realm where we are right now on the earth. Creator says there ain't no difference. I mean, there's no comparison. There is no comparison at all. And Brethren like me, we believe it. Brethren like me, faithless brethren, spiritual brethren, man, I'm telling you, we had something did to us, something has been done to us to make us get on this path and stay on it. You can't explain it, but that type of word, we just know it in our heart that, this is just a bus stop. The earth is a bus stop for us. And so we keep going, man. We don't speak the language of the earth. Nobody can really understand this. Why we don't run to the same excesses and the the things that are out there in the earth like the world does. The pull of the world is a strong force, man. I mean, it's begging you to come and stay with us, and you know what I mean. Look for the dainties of life and pleasure seeking and get all you can. The faith is not, we've been around the block, man. And even young people. It's something about you spiritual faithless brethren that's been done to us. I'm sorry to belabor the point, but every time I think of it, it just trips me out, man. Now I like to do the metaphysical word. I like to do the metaphysical word. Part of spirituality, and basically it's the seen, which is the revealed in images and signs to let you know about unseen things. We're going to read about that too in the reading. Unseen things rule over the things that are seen. SEEN. It's the invisible that rules over the physical. The things you can't see rule over things you can see. It's a spiritual mystery. Anyway, the metaphysical word for today, I have a sister in my room. She likes to share the metaphysical thing, the metaphysical words. Metaphysical words is simply the creator using symbols and signs and words to let you know about the unseen part of our life. Now, today, the word is thought. Metaphysical meaning of thought. Hope you can see that. Metaphysical meaning of thought. Definition is a product of thinking. Thought is a product of thinking or mental vibration or impulse. It says each thought is an identity that has a central ego around which all elements evolve. Thoughts are capable of expressing themselves. Every thought clothes itself in a life form according to the character given by the thinker. The form is simply the conclusion of the thought. And that's something, you think something in your mind, it presents you with an image in accordance with what you're thinking about. That's how a lot of us, we get corrupted. A lot of us, we get purified. Your thought, what you assign, the meaning you assign to something, it can be revealed in a sign or symbol. That's why we read a lot about controlling our thoughts, and thoughts also, they have power. One of the angels that we read of, I think it's the angel of wisdom. And in part of that, it says that thoughts are as powerful as a bolt of lightning. Your thoughts. So it's a long definition. Can't read all of it. So the best I can do is scroll it so that hopefully you'll check it out. Stop the video, check it out. It's kind of a lengthy definition, but it's one of those things where you should be able to get the vibration pretty easily. The spiritual understanding of what it's saying about your thinking. I'm just slowly going to scroll it so you can stop the video, you can read it. The metaphysical definition for the word thinking. All right. Now, today, the name of the video, let me see. Untitled the name of the video. What is it? I forgot. The Bridge of CHINVAT. The Bridge of CHINVAT. And I'm looking for it, but I guess I clicked off of it or something happened. My computer won't let me bring it up, which is par for the course because I keep doing my videos and then some technical issue. That's all right. Just bring up another screen. Now, today's video, I had a lot of windows up too that I wanted to show you to confirm the things that I'm going to be reading to you about in the Bridge of CHINVAT in the OAHSPE Bible. Now, the incredible thing about the Bridge of CHINVAT is something that affects everybody. It affects everybody's life. You're going to see when I do the reading. I had a whole bunch of windows up that I wanted to share, and I accidentally clicked off on all of them. So you can't see my screen right now. I haven't shared it yet. 1 second, getting ready to. Let me see. Oh, okay, Chuck. I'm looking at what you wrote. You said what you're saying reminds me of a song by Goo Paley called "Closer to My Dreams." Goo Goa Paley. Goa Paley. Goa Paley called "Follow My Dreams." Follow my dreams. That's exactly, actually, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, that's something, you dreams, man, that's, that's really what it's all about. If you got an ability, let me see, GOAPELE. G C GEAGOA. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on. It's GOAPELE. Oh, okay. This person. Go Pelly. Go Pelly closer to my dreams. All right. Okay. Evidently, she's a big singer. Yeah, because that's what it's all about. I mean, you know, you got to know, man. I mean, if you don't have a dream in your heart, you pretty much just really dead to everything. And there are people like that too. Don't have no ability to dream about anything better. Think that it's always going to be this way. Knowing you, bro, that's a good song because all them records you used to have growing up, it was like a library you used to have. It was like a studio. All right, now here, this is called the Bridge of CHINVAT. I named the video the Bridge of CHINVAT. Now let me see if I can make it so that you can read this. And this is going to be a hell of a reading. I'm telling you right now. And many of you brethren, we've already, I mean, it seemed like it don't take, let me see, you say, I think you'd like it. All right, I'm going to check it out after the video. Check it out. Now, the thing that I believe is true when you talk about the OAHSPE, the thing that I believe is true is we tear this book up. We tear this book up, meaning we go through it like a buzzsaw. I mean, because it's a miracle. It speaks to you, or I can only speak to myself, man. I have to think the same is true for other faiths, other brethren. I mean, it just me, I never loved reading books. Never loved reading books. High school, it was like murder to me. I just couldn't take that. I couldn't take that type of learning in high school. I spent all my days wondering, begging to get out of that place. I suffered every day I had to go to high school or school in general. It didn't appeal to me. I I just could not do it. At one point I remember trying to be an academic and I couldn't do it. I just could not do it. And I would look at other people going to college prep classes, and sometimes I say, man, I wish I could be that way, but I can't, man. I can't apply myself. I just can't do it. But then as I began to germinate spiritually, I couldn't get my nose out of a book. And I got taken down a lot of twisting, winding roads trying to find the creator. And I met up with a lot of failure, man. I met up with a lot of failure, a lot of frustration, a lot of disappointment, a lot of near fights on the street, trying to do what I thought was the will of the creator with the Hebrew Israelites. I mean, got thrown in jail one time for I went to a white neighborhood. I should have. It just go to show you how sometimes you don't be thinking, man. Don't think that. Well, I'm sure you brethren already know this ain't a place where it's colorblind. I mean, I know I'm not saying nothing you don't already know, but I thought it was different when you was talking about God, talking about the Heavenly Father. Didn't matter what you were. I was in a white church at the time. We used to believe in going door to door. I went into an exclusive white neighborhood thinking that talking about the creator. Well, at that time I was talking about Bible and Jesus Christ. And sure enough, man, somebody didn't like it. And wasn't long before, even though they could have just said, hey, just stay out of the neighborhood. They don't like this type of stuff. Instead of just saying that, they took me and my friend and put us in jail. They put us in jail, man, for just trying to. But a lot of ups and downs, man, and personally, I believe that's the way the creator, he tests you. He give you plenty of reasons to just go and just give up, forget about spiritual things. I've been through a lot of that. Not trying to brag or boast, but it's real. You get tested, man. You're going to be tested. Creator, and he says that the thing that he wants his children to inherit is too precious for you not to be tested. You're going to get tested, man. And I testify, you're going to get tested. And that's what you mean, he tells you about the earth, man. And, that's 80% of your walk. You're going to, people get brought to you. They know how to push all your buttons. Everything is your fault. They take it out on you. And you spiritual people, you should know, people who it's in your heart to learn about the creator, follow, in your heart that this is what his will is for your life. But there is something that it makes it all worth it, and that's the dream. That is the dream that's in you. I know it's in me, man. There is nothing that can, I don't want to sound proud, but you talk about chasing the creator. It's hard to stop a brother or sister like that, man. It's hard to stop them. Anyway, this comes from the book of Jehovah. This reading is the book of Jehovah in the OAHSPE Bible. And man, this is good. This is good. Because basically, matter of fact, let me show you something that I put in the room. Well, maybe not, because you won't be able to read it. I think it's kind of small. Let me see if you can see it. I'm going to share it. And what I did is I posted something, and it gives you a snapshot of all of, I just recently bought a book. I'll show you on camera here. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if you can possibly be able to see it. I don't know if that's it right there. It's supposed to be an OAHSPE that's easier to read. Hope you can see it okay. It's in the Modern English Language edition. And there's a section in there. It summarizes the different books of the OAHSPE. And it says that the Book of Jehovah is basically meant to give you answers. Here it is right here. Now you probably can't see that. The writing is pretty small. But I'll still scroll it. You can stop the video. And it'll help you, interest you in what you may want to read. It'll really help you if you want to know about. Let me read some of it. If you want to know why we need the OAHSPE, if you want to know what the scope of the book is about, basically a summary of the whole book. You can read the prologue. It says, The Voice of Man, book number 3. It expresses the plight of humanity. And then it says, The Book of Jehovah, it answers humanity. And then it goes on and talks about the rest of the books. It has 2 volumes. And basically, this is the creator, because he's giving us to this at this time because we're in the cosmic era now. That means that we're going to start seeing things and we're going to start getting answers like we never got them before the harvest. There's a harvest for brethren who are ready to go. Brides and bridegrooms. You passed the test of the earth. Now you're ready to go. And this gives a little summary of the first volume of books. So hopefully you can stop it and read it. There are 2 volumes, one for one half of the OAHSPE and another the other half of the OAHSPE. All right. So let me go into the reading of the word. Just wanted to set it up there. Go into the reading of the word. This is called the Bridge of CHINVAT. I'm going to get to the Bridge of CHINVAT, explain what it is. So, again, I know you brethren, most of you brethren, you already been through the Book of Jehovah. We read it 1,000 times. The OAHSPE, I think that we probably went through this the first week that we had it. We probably buzzed right through it, learned everything. But it never loses its anointing. Every time you read it, the Creator, he uses it to make you feel like you're reading it the first time. So I got to close the curtain because it's too much of a glare. Okay, there we go. So may the Heavenly Father bless the reading of his word. Oh. All right, it says, in which Book of Jehovah, in which is revealed the 3 great realms. There's corporal, which is physical, corpor, atmospheria, and etheria. As in all other Bibles, it is revealed that this world was created. So in this Bible, OAHSPE, it is revealed how the Creator created it. As other Bibles have proclaimed heavens for the spirits of the dead, behold, this Bible reveals where these heavens are, and the manner, glory, and work that the spirits of the dead enjoy. Look at that. Check that out. That's something that you would think that everybody wants to know. Look at that. The manner, glory, and work that the spirits of the dead enjoy. the manner, glory, and work that the spirits of the dead enjoy. It says, and through which the wisdom, power, love, and glory of the Almighty is magnified for the overstanding of men. Now, to the right, that symbol, that's the symbol of the Creator's name. Now, what I like to do is I like to make a circle. I like to make the cross in the middle of the circle, and then my index and my thumb come together for the leaf. Now, that's important to know, man, because we hear in this spirituality. Now, one thing that we're going to learn when we read this book, when you let go of your physical body, then you basically just go to another reality. Now, at some point, you could be asked, now I don't know 100%. I do read where spirits are told to give a sign by other spirits. And I think these spirits are like fallen spirits. Now, I can't be, until I haven't, uh, until I show you from the OAHSPE where it says that, then I'm just trying to let you know what I read. The symbol and the sign of the Creator's name is important, man. That's something to commit to memory right there. You make a circle with your finger, and then you make the cross in the middle and the sign of the leaf. I love to do it. Might not mean anything at all, but I do it anyway, just so that I can commit it to memory. I do it anyway. That's what faith is. Is believing in the unseen. Simply, very simply put, we believe in unseen things, man, not kooky things like tooth fairies and Santa Claus. I'm talking about unseen spiritual realities that are real and they affect us. The symbol of the Creator's name, man, put that to memory. And the sign of there's a symbol and there's the name, I think, of the Creator. That's the symbol right there on the right. And then I think the sign of the Creator's name is a circle with a line going straight across and the sign of the leaf. Now I'm belaboring that because I'm telling you, man, if he's showing us that, that means there's some benefit to it. So let's go ahead with the reading. Chapter 1, may the Heavenly Father bless the reading of his word. Verse 1, all was, all is, all ever shall be. The all spoke, that's the Creator, and motion was, and is, and ever shall be. And being positive was called he and him. All motion was his speech. So if the he gender is positive, then the female is negative. Now, I have an idea what that means in my mind, but I'd rather not try to explain it because I confuse you. They're different energies, but they're one. There's a positive and a negative. Verse 2, he said, oh, you know what? Now let me put the link in the room. I forgot. I've been forgetting to do that. Bear with me. I want to put the link in the room because if any brother or sister want to come in, and even if you want to talk about something else, something totally off the subject, then just come on in the room and I'll stop the reading and we'll talk about that. Because I love for my channel to be interactive. And let me find the link. That's funny. I don't have the ability to get, where's the link? It won't show me the link. It will not show me the link. That's funny. Huh. This thing is strange. Well, shoot, man. I don't want to. I don't want to try to start dancing. I'll mess it up. It won't let me. All right, I got to keep going. If somebody wants to come in, then I'll start doing a dance to bring up to the link. I'm afraid to do too much to it because I could lose or mess up something technically. Shoot, I want to get that link, man. All right, forget it. Verse 2, it says, He said, I am, he comprehended all, he comprehended all things, the seen and the unseen, nor is there anything in all the universe that is not part of him. Verse 3, he said, I am the soul of all, and all that is seen is part of my person, my body. Verse 4, by virtue of my presence, all things are, by virtue of my presence, all things are. By virtue of my presence, life is. By virtue of my presence, the living are brought forth into life. I am the quickener, the mover, the creator, the destroyer. I am first and last. Verse 5, I am two apparent entities. Nevertheless, I'm only one. These entities are the unseen, as the unseen which is potent, and the seen which is of itself impotent and called corpor or physicality. So there you have it right there. What's not seen is more powerful. It has power over what is seen. Vibrations, spirituality, unseen forces. We can't see the creator. We can't see we can't see the gods, the lords, and angels. We know they're there, but they're not seen, and they have influence over us, both righteous and unrighteous. So this is saying that the unseen is more powerful than what is seen in our reality. It says these these two entities, with these two entities and likeness of myself through them, I made all the living. Whereas the life is the potent part, so the corporal part is the impotent part. So the mystery of who we are. We're here, we're living, we're breathing, we have consciousness, we can see, feel, hear, touch, smell, and it's really the life that's within us that does that. It's not really, it's of the creator. That's part of you, that's the creator. And then verse 7, it says, Chief over all that live on earth, I made man, male and female. I made them so that man could distinguish me. I commanded him to give me a name. By virtue of my presence, I commanded him. Man did not name me after anything in heaven or on earth. In obedience to my will, he named me after the sounds of the wind, as the sounds the wind utters. And he said, Eoi, which is now pronounced Jehovah, and is written thus. Now, this is again the sign of this is the sign of the name of Jehovah. The sign of the name of Jehovah. Circle cut twice. A circle, make a circle, and then cut it across the middle with an imaginary line. You make a circle, and then I'm not sharing the screen, Emma. I bet you $100 I'm not sharing the screen. Let me see. I bet you $100 million trillion I am not sharing the screen. How much you want to bet? See, I'm glad. Let me see. I don't think Dave is in the room. He would have had a field day with me. He would have had a field day with me. I was not sharing the screen, man. And I don't know how long I wasn't sharing it. Okay, so this is what I was reading from. If you have a OAHSPE, you can follow along with me. All right. So the sign of the sign of his name is telling you it's a circle cut twice, a line across the middle. It's telling you it says, in obedience to my will, man, after obedience to my will, he named me after the sound the wind utters. And he said, Eoe, Eoe, which is now pronounced Jehovah. And it is written thus, a circle cut twice, which is the true equal length cross with the leaf of life in the midst. See image. Chapter 2. Jehovah said, by virtue of my presence, I created the seen and unseen worlds, and I commanded man to name them. And man called the seen worlds corporal, physical, and the unseen worlds es. And the inhabitants of corpor, man called corporeans, physical, bodily humans. But the inhabitants of es, he sometimes called Esseans, and sometimes he called them angels. Jehovah said, I created the earth and fashioned it and placed it in the firmament, and by my presence brought man forth a living being. I gave him a corporal body so that he could learn corporal things. And I made death so that he could rise in the firmament and inherit my ethereal worlds. To S, I gave dominion over corporal. With S, I filled all place in the firmament, even within corporal physicality. But corporal, I made no earths, moons, stars, and suns. Beyond number, I made them. All right, I read it wrong. He said, but corporal, I made into earths, moons, stars, and suns. Beyond number, I made them, and I caused them to float in the places I allotted to them. S, I divided into two parts, and I commanded man to name them, and he called one Etheria and the other Atmospheria. These are three kinds of worlds I created: corporeal, atmospherian, and Etherian. But I gave different densities in atmospherian worlds and different densities to the Etherian worlds. And then they have a side note over here showing you a picture of Etheria. And basically, with this image, it's showing you a whole bunch of worlds, man. It's just what you're looking at in that symbol. It's just showing you a whole bunch of worlds, different shapes, different sizes. And then the footnote, it says, when a person dies, he lives first as a spirit, angel, and atmospherian. Afterwards, in time, he rises, to Etheria, to live as an Etherian. After time, he rises to Etheria. See, that's why I be saying things like, man, it's all good. This word, I'm sorry, brother, it's all good. It is all good. No matter where you start, don't matter. It's where you're gonna end. It's all good. It's all good. You can see the principles everywhere. I was talking about water and how it rises when it vaporizes. It's equivalent to you. When you leave your your physical reality, when you leave that, you rise, unless you go to hell for a time until you make recompense. If you lower yourself to that level, yeah, you could go to hell. You could, it's called hells or knots in the OAHSPE, meaning you make recompense, you change your mind, you repent, and you come out of it. I tend to believe most people go to the first resurrection, where you just go to your God, or you go to yourself, you go to your will, whatever your will is for your life. If it doesn't include the Creator, then that's where you go. You go to your will, and you will eventually learn that the God you serve has no power. You have no power. You're going to desire the light, and then you're going to go into it. Do you know the OAHSPE says that some people, they stay in the lower heavens, first resurrection, second resurrection, I believe. Some could stay in for 1,000 years, not even wanting to elevate, don't even want to elevate, don't realize there's a higher elevation, don't want to elevate. That is what the OAHSPE says will happen to each and every one of us, to the person. It depends on your will. The Creator, He give you free will. He don't force you. And that's the one thing that people probably fear the most is themselves. But the Creator, He don't violate. He will not violate your free will. And if that's where, it's like you say, if that's where you want to be, okay, And even then, He gives man a chance to redeem himself. He still gives man in atmosphere, in the spiritual world. He still gives man a chance to redeem himself. See, it's all good. Now, here in this note again, it says when a person dies, he lives first as a spirit, angel, and atmosphere. Afterward, in time, he rises to ethereal, to live as an ethereal. Now, that's where the party starts. That is where it's at, like they say in the world. That is where it's at. From what I can understand, Ethereal worlds. Imagine, I remember I heard a joke one time. Some angel said to this man that crossed over, the man was saying something about, I managed to save all this gold bars for this day so I could be rich. And the angel says something like, why are you bringing a street pavement? In other words, the street is made of that gold. What is that to us? The street is made of gold, showing you that what we think is living here, I don't want to use the word luxury, you know what I mean? But what we think is living here, it ain't nothing in our inheritance. We got an inheritance, man. Let me make sure that I'm doing broadcasting. Somebody just sent me a message. For all I know, my video, it could be stopped. Make sure that okay, everything's good. So now that's what faith is. They got that in their heart. They got that in their heart. The knowledge of oh my goodness, man. Somebody said, this is Dave. Shoot, man. What in the world happened? What in the world is going on? All right, I can't deal with that right now. Hey, Dave, if you're in the room, are you in the room now, Dave? Are you in the video? Shoot. Are you in the room, Dave? If you hear this, let me know if you're in the room, okay? All right, so Etheria is telling us here, Etheria is another place. That is another place, can't be described. I know in the Bible, it talks about fullness of joy. And you know how the Bible likes to understate things that are just out of this world. Fullness of joy. Fullness of joy. And then it says, when a person dies, he lives first as a spirit, angel, and in atmosphere. Afterward, in time, when he comes to himself, if he's not a believer, he's a druge, or he's a drunk, D-R-U-K, someone who's unenlightened, has no spirituality in themselves. When they come to themselves, then they will elevate. Then when they show a desire to reach out, to seek for the creator, not religion, but the creator, then he elevates right away. He elevates himself out of the hells and knots that I think a lot of people go there to learn a lesson. And then it says the dividing line between atmosphere and etheria is called CHINVAT. Okay. The bridge of CHINVAT. It says it acts as a sort of bridge between atmosphere and etheria. Etheria is sometimes called nirvana. Now, nirvana. Let me. Can I show you the meaning of a nirvana? Man, I want Dave to come into this room. Are you in the room, Dave? If you are, type of one. I thought I fixed it so he can come. I banned him by accident. Somebody was coming against him, and I banned him by accident. So I thought I fixed it to have him come back in. It's killing me that I can't get him in here. Definition of nirvana. Now, nirvana in Buddhism is a transcendent state in which there is neither suffering, desire, nor a sense of self. And the subject is released from the effects of karma in the cycle of death and rebirth. It represents the final goal. Now, that's in Buddhism. I was using it to show it means paradise. It means heaven, the way we understand it, where it's all good. Look at this word, bliss. These are the best we can do to try to describe what the inheritance is for faithists, for brethren who they are able to receive that there is a creator God. There's a blessedness, there's a ecstasy. And you know what? I bet you these are poor words to describe nirvana. Joy, peace, serenity, tranquility, enlightenment, and oblivion that should be forever. That's what faith is. That's the type of mind, the type of spirit that faith is, they believe. It says here that the bridge of CHINVAT. Now, the bridge of CHINVAT is where I was doing some research on it. And the bridge of CHINVAT is equal to, say, like let's say that, you are trying to, in the Bible, it talks about narrow is the way and broad is what does it say? Jesus Christ, he talked about the kingdom of God, I think, where he said, narrow is the way, straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leads to life. Hi, Jamia. Sister. Hey, I'm glad to see you in the Bible study. It's good to see you now. It's good to see you in the Bible study. Good to see you. Oh, okay. Here's the stream link. Oh, okay. I see it. It just popped up all of a sudden. Now that's the creator right there. Here's the link right here. Hold tight, brother. Let me put the link in the room. Because if somebody wants to come in, now that's something. It won't let me share the link. It won't let me copy and paste it. How about that? Man, what's going on? Let me, you know what? I'm going to type the stupid thing in the room. If anyone wants to come in, you can click this link. Hold on one second. Let me, I'm going to have to type the thing in the room. Because I just want to be able to, if someone wants to come in, I want you to be able to do that. Even if you want to change the subject. I ain't going to forget the bridge of CHINVAT. Just give me a second. Type this in. Wonder why it won't let me copy and paste it. Will not let me copy and paste it, put it in the room. Okay, let's see if that'll work. Ah, Yapa. Hey, good to see ya. Okay, I think that's the link. I can't even say for sure, man. It's what I see in the search bar. Matter of fact, if you see, doggone it, I did that wrong. Even forget it, man. I just All right. Anyway, the bridge of CHINVAT is equal. In the Bible, Jesus Christ, he said, narrow is the way, straight is the gate that leads to life, and few there be that finds it. All right. And basically, what he was talking about was the bridge of CHINVAT. I know now. Straight is the gate, narrow is the way that leads unto life, and few there be that find it. Okay, Matthew 7:14. Now, he's really talking about the bridge of CHINVAT here. Because straight is the gate, narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. So when you study the bridge of CHINVAT, it's depicted as if you can cross that bridge, then you enter into life. If you can cross that bridge, the bridge of CHINVAT, you can enter into life. The bridge of CHINVAT. Now, the way is lined with your previous thoughts of life, the things you did, the things you said, and they're all weighed in the balance. The bridge of CHINVAT right here. CHINVAT. It acts as a sort of bridge between atmosphere and etheria. Etheria is sometimes called nirvana. So we all want to go to CHINVAT, right? Or we all want to go to nirvana. So there you are. You're on the road. And the sign ahead of you, it says Nirvana, 1 mile to Nirvana. Now, you're on the road called Atmospheria right now. We're all on the road called Atmospheria. And Etheria, the sign says 1 mile to Etheria, Nirvana. Now, the obstacles in the road are you, the things that while you were in Atmospheria or on the earth that you did, that you said, that you have done both to yourself and to other people, that determines whether you will be able to make nirvana as you're on that road. Will you make it or will you fall off? That's the bridge to CHINVAT. It's depicted as a bridge. That's our life. So we're walking. If we are able, can we keep faith? Can we keep faith enough to stay on the bridge till we make it? If we can keep faith, if we can endure, like it says in James chapter 1, if you can let patience have its perfect work, you don't give up on yourself. You just stay on the bridge, stay on it. You keep walking the bridge all the way to the end. And basically, you make it past yourself. Now, it is also described as being that there's judges who consider the things that we have done. They consider what we have done. Now, that's what the OAHSPE describes as our reality. Okay, that's all I'm saying. I don't expect you to, I don't expect, uh, you to believe it. Like I like to say, you have to have an ability to be spiritual. You got to have an ability to be spiritual. One second, I want to try something here. I'm still trying to get that link. It won't let me share the link. So anyway, it's described this way. And I read the research on it, and it said that there are determining judges who they basically judge what we do, that determines whether or not we get past, we cross the bridge ultimately to get to nirvana, the bridge of CHINVAT. It's like a sifting place where there we are. Some brethren make it do through, some don't. It depends on what we do now. Now, all I can say is my best understanding is that at some point everybody will get through the bridge of CHINVAT. Now, I could be wrong. I'm really just kind of hoping for the best. I'm hoping that I make it. I'm hoping that I make that I can cross that bridge. That's where we are right now. And I think of Dave, dang man, if I could get him in the room, he could explain that, because I remember him telling me about an experience he had, how, or he was listening to a video and he said that there was a lady he talked about. She said she passed on and there was a bridge and she could not cross it. She said the angel crossed it, but she couldn't cross it. The angel told her not to do not go on the bridge or something to that effect. And so here we're reading about it. And so I'm belaboring the point because now you read something like this, it should make you consider yourself, make you consider that we've been given the OAHSPE. Read the book of discipline, where the Creator gives you the ideal brother and sister. He gives you the ideal brother and sister. He gives you the roadmap. Now it's basically up to you. See, he gives you the roadmap. He says, this is the way. You read the book of discipline. He tells you the way, how to do it. This is how you cross the bridge. Now it's up to you. Do you want to do it or not? Do you want to lean to your own understanding? Because he lets you. One thing that the OAHSPE don't let you do, Creator, he will not let us try to force people to be faithists. He says, don't even proselytize. Don't even proselytize. Don't like Christianity. They have missionaries. They go and try to persuade people. Hey, our religion is better than yours. See, look here what it promised, And Creator, he says, don't do that. He wants a person. And you know what? I have to really like that. It's just like being and falling in love, man. You meet man or woman, and really, I mean, I'm a man, so I've only seen it from a man's perspective. That you talking about trying to like a woman, date a woman. One thing that I pick up from her and her spirit is that she wants you to be convinced. She's not going to help you by giving you any clues how she feel about you. At least when you first start, they don't give you no clues. Like, they want you to cross that bridge, and then you'll find out. All right, how they feel, where they coming from. But they're gonna make you cross that bridge, whether you have to embarrass yourself or in order to get to her, and then she'll take it from there. But that's the bridge of CHINVAT, man. You go through it now in order to reap the benefits later. That's the bridge of CHINVAT, man. Beautiful thing to me. We got to be tested. You're going to be tested. We live in a reality where people, they love to take the easy way out, but not with the Creator. One way or another, like you say in that song by Tennessee Ernie Ford. Moriel, if you're still in the room, you know what I'm going to say, right? 16 tons. That song, 16 tons. If the lefty don't get you, the righty one will. That's the way it is, man. You have to cross that bridge. We got to cross it, man. At least you got the opportunity. Verse 5, for the substance of my Ethereal worlds, I created ease. That's like a atmosphere. Another way of saying atmosphere. For for the substance of my Ethereum worlds, I created E, the most rarefied, the most rarefied. That's like, to put it in earthly terms, like there are people who can do things that you can't do. They're in what's called rare air. You know, there are people who can get on a level you cannot get on, at least carnally. There are levels that you can get on that they can't get on. See, there are people where we can all get on the same level. Rarefied, plateau, rarefied. I mean, rare for people to get here. The substance of my Ethereum world, that's the elite, brethren. They're not proud. They just know how to put in the work, the spiritual work to climb the mountain. Up at the top of the mountain is rarefied air. Few people can get up there. Few people can get up there. You know, that's one spirit I know my mom put in me. She's a Capricorn. A Capricorn is the symbol of a goat. Now, have you brethren ever seen those videos on those ipex goats? Do you know what an ipex goat is? Go ahead and Google it. An ipex goat. See, Moriel, he says 16 tons. Okay, yeah. Yeah. If the left one don't get you, then the righty one will. Yep. If you do a Google search on an IPEX goat, they are known for do you know they're able to climb near sheer mountains? That means, like, look at your wall. Now, it's not a wall like that because nobody can climb that. They're like mountains that are like really almost straight up and down, but they have these little tiny crevices, right? Embedded in the wall. Just little tiny. Have you ever seen a dam? A dam sits way up high, and you'll see those videos. And those ipex goats, do you know they can climb that damn thing? They got it on video, and they do it to eat the food that's on the particular thing they're climbing. Go ahead, look at the video. There they are. They climbing up the damn thing sideways, and you would never risk something like that. I mean, it's sheer is almost straight up and down, man, and they can do it. That's a Capricorn. You usually find them in the Hall of Fame because of their ability to work harder than other people. It's a God-given thing, but their talents are not above anybody else operating on their higher vibration. Everybody's capable of reaching the top, but I'm bringing them out because rare air. They can get up to levels that, and Vedas can do the same thing spiritually. They can get to a place where other few people can do it. Rarefied, it says here. Ethereal worlds. That's rare. Only certain brethren can get up there. You see? That's what the creator, he called it rare air. So you brethren, you should consider what you're doing. Whether you have enough to finish what you have started. Because whether you know it or not, you're trying to reach right. See, that's what makes this reality lose its spell over fakeness. Microphone acting up here. That's what make reality lose its spell over fakeness. Because see, somehow we caught a view of that mountain, and I'm not trying to say that we're special. I'm just trying to say that they got something in them that make them keep on the road. And the creator, he do things like he give them his word, he give them a roadmap where they can climb it. The bridge of CHINVAT, man, to be able to get past the bridge of CHINVAT. And then we read, it says, out of E, I made them. Talking about the Ethereum worlds, the rare air, man. That's the rare air. That's the gated neighborhood here in this reality. That's what's the richest neighborhood in the United States? What is what what is the richest zip code in the United States? According to Bloomberg, Fisher Island. Oh yeah, that's where Oprah Winfrey lives, right? See, that's rare air right there. Fisher Island, Florida. It's the richest zip code in the United States with median home values. A regular home is $3 million. This private island is located just off the tip of Miami Beach. Only accessible. How do you like that? By helicopter, ferry, or private boat. It has been home to some of America's wealthiest people. Oprah Winfrey, Julia Roberts, Andre Agassi, Boris Becker. So that's rare air, brother. And that's what faith is. Brethren who put in the desire, the works to get there. See? So that's why, you know, brethren, if you somehow can believe in the creator, if you can somehow do it, and you don't have to do like, showy ministries like mine, where you have to be where you're on video or something like that. You can do it in your own heart. See, that's really all that matters. It's open to each one of us. We're in a situation where we have to overcome. Your flesh may get in the way, mostly because of the opportunities it gives you to be offended, to be blinded because of the way that other people live their life and make you focus on them instead of you focusing on others to help them, to look for opportunities to bless and not curse. Rarefied air, man. If you want to get up there, you got to pay a price. I want to go there. I'm going to go there. I hope you brethren go too. I hope you go, man. It ain't easy. It says, out of eat, I made them. And I made the eat the subtlest of all created things. The subtlest. What is the definition for subtle? Hard to perceive. Hard to understand. Subtle. The definition of subtle. Fine, very thin, fine drawn, ultra fine, nice, over nice. Okay, is that what the word means? Maybe I have it wrong. Minute, precise, let's see, very narrow. Okay. The creator said he made the way very subtle. He said, I made Eve very fine. He made Eve. No, not that. Now, where did let me see. Eve, we were looking at Eve. He said, it's very hair splitting. Wow. It's very indistinct. It's hard to be known. It's very indefinite. It's elusive. It's abstruse. So he made the upper worlds very uncertain in our reality. Not sure, meaning tenuous. It says it's overnight, so there's kind of like opposing definitions there, but It's like one refers to the actual reality of it, and one refers to the spirituality of it in the sense that, and from our purview, we may tend to think, man, I can't get there. I can't do that. And that way it's very elusive, abstruse, it's hair splitting, it's narrow from our perspective. But really, the story is you. You know, people in this reality, it's funny because they invest in themselves. They go to school, they go on their own, they open their own business, they go to work, they believe that they can do it, they do it, and they reap the rewards of it. And the creator is saying, okay, but I have people who are able to make this, who are able to invest in themselves to make this kingdom, to make Ethereum. See, it says, of all created, he says, I may eat the subtlest of all created things, and I gave it power and place, not only by itself, but also power to penetrate and exist within all things. That's you too. It says, even within the corporeal worlds, and to eat, I gave dominion over atmosphere and corporal. See, so we have an unseen power ruling over us as well. It says, verse 6, in all highest places, I created the Ethereal worlds, and I made them of all shapes, sizes, similar to my corporeal world, but I make the Ethereal worlds inhabitable both within and without, with entrances and exits and arches and curves, thousands of miles high and wide, and in colors movable, chasms and mountains and endless change and brilliancy. And over them I ruled with all perfect mechanism. So he's giving us a picture of what you brought. He's giving you something to hold on to, man. Like my brother said, my brother, my flesh and blood brother, the ability to dream, the ability to dream. Let me see, what's the name of that song he said? He said, closer to my dreams. Closer to my dreams, man. See, the creator, he says there's a moving, it's like every day is not the same. You talk to people, they want excitement, man. Do you know the creator said that every one of his billions of Ethereal worlds, not one is the same. He said not one is the same, and they each excel each other in brilliancy. See, here's a picture of Ethereal world right here, so we can understand it. He said that's why he made the snowflake. He says, verse 7, nor did I create one Ethereal world like another in size, density, or in component parts, but everyone looked different from one another, and with the glory matchless, each in its own way. How do you like that? How do you like that? See, in this reality here, you go to work, you come home, you turn on the TV, you have dinner, you go to sleep, you wake up, and you do it all over again for the rest of your life. See? At least that's the way it was in my life, And the creator, he says, but if you want to talk about the Ethereal worlds, he said, look here, see? He said that's one reason he made the snowflake. See, these are pictures of snowflakes. No two are alike. He said no two are alike. And he giving you a picture of the activity of the Ethereal world. Some people like change. They like excitement. They like adventure. They like variety. This type of realm, it exceeds, it's there's no, the creator is giving you something to hold on to. He giving you something to hold on to. That's how you can leave the world. You can leave it. The one way you can leave the world, man, is for something better, you know, like you see in the world. People change partners all the time. They get tired of the one they're with. They see somebody else. They think that they're going to like somebody else. They go to them. They find out I made a mistake. And they do that all the time because they can't get used to one another. They think that it's boring, it's monotonous. And the creator, he knows that we need to know that that's not ultimate reality. I mean, for a while it may be that way. That's not the situation for everybody, but you know what I mean? It's like it is part of it for some people. You know, it's kind of bittersweet. You talk about the word of creator. He gives you so much to look forward to. It can make this life a real drag. You know what I'm saying? It can make this life a real drag, man. And the creator, he also says that our reality is loaded down with drugs. The Druhas, what the Bible calls darkened spirits, evil spirits, wicked spirits. He says that's where the earth, that's what the earth is. Matter of fact, let me see. I think there's a depiction of the earth. Let me see. Here's one. And there's another depiction I want to show you. See, over here on the right, those are the Ethereal worlds. And here's the sun and its planets and this little, I don't know, I hope you can see my cursor. It's depicted as the sun and its planets, the sun and its planets. But these dark circles, it's just doing that for visual sake. It's not that, you know, it's a bunch of darkness up there, you know. These circles with the dotted lines, those are Ethereal worlds. You know, I was studying that. And I mean, the largeness of these, or no, wait a minute. I was looking at something else. I'm sorry. Anyway, these circles is comparing our solar system to the Ethereal world. Look at the Ethereal worlds. Look how much even big, look how much the size of even the smallest as compared to the sun. The smallest is as big as the sun, which is like, the sun is like what? Thousands of times bigger than the earth? You know what I'm saying? The Ethereal worlds, man. It's countless Ethereal worlds. And the sun, it says that, you know, it says an interesting thing here. I wanted to show you a picture of the earth. There's another picture here. There it is right there. This is how the earth looks spiritually. Look at all the darkness on the earth. That's where we live. You see that? Now, above it, I have to believe is atmosphere. Now, I would say that on the left here in the bottom, you probably can't see it. My picture's probably in the way. The left here on the bottom, see, there's the earth, which is just darkness, man. You see? And then you go above the earth, it's supposed to be less dark. And then you go above that, it's even less dark. You know? And you get to the area of resurrection, it's even less dark. See, it gets more rarefied the higher you elevate in your spirit. The higher, that's why, man, take heed to your reality. Take heed to whether you like to serve yourself or serve your brother. Be careful how you treat people. See, that's what the zodiac is helping you. You know, the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, they here to show you to learn to respect people's feelings. That's one of the main purpose of water signs. And they can make you respect them, you know. They can make you respect their vibration. You know what I'm saying? An earth sign can make you, they in their way, they can make you respect their right. See, all of us can make others respect our vibration. That's what the Creator done given to every one of you. Water signs are known for the closeness they are to their feelings. So you have to respect that, even if you don't understand them. You see what I'm saying? You know, Fire signs, they can make you respect their rashness sometimes. Their um, what's a better word for fire signs? They gain respect by way of their let me see, energy. I'll say energy. You know, I don't think that's a good word. Air signs, they can make you respect them by way of their intellect. Earth sign can make you respect them by way of their uh, I would say let me see, Capricorn is honor. They have a good way of making you honor them. Now I'll say that you to make you honor them, respect them in that way. Everybody's got a flavor about them for teaching other people a lesson. And it boils down to treating each other, treat each other, respect each other, deal righteously with one another. And that's like the Creator is trying to show you these things so that you can make the bridge to CHINVAT. When they do their examining of you, they can see, hey, we got a brother here, we got a sister here. She lived her life. She lived her life and, trying to be inoffensive, trying to be, at peace with man. Be at peace, live righteously, try to bless your brother. That's what it's all about, man. We learned that lesson. You're home free, brother. You're home free, man. That's the lesson. That's the lesson. That's the bridge of CHINVAT, man. You're on that road. You got to make that road. And it deals with how you don't nothing else matter, man. Your job, your money, your prestige, your character. You were the president of a nation. So what, man? That don't mean nothing. All that matters, man, is when we are on our own. When we realize that not to paint when we, whenever we call the crossover, not to paint it as gloom and doom, but the reality of it is that we got to learn a lesson basically about treating each other because, hey, if I'm a father and I got a daughter, you think I'm going to give her to a bum? I will forbid it. I will not permit it. The Creator's the same way. Same way, man. We offend people. We vex people. We're a troublemaker. People don't like to be around you. You think the you think the Creator is going to welcome that spirit with open arms? I'm going to go a little faster because it's time for the end of the video. It says, man, verse 4, man perceived the general formation of the world, and he prayed that his eyes would open for a sign in heaven. And Jehovah answered him, saying, the clouds in the air I bring into view suddenly. By different currents of wind, I make the unseen visible, intangible to man's senses in the same way. I cause ethereal currents to bring forth Gia, Ag, and nebulae prior to making corporeal worlds. Verse 3, in all of the universe I have made the unseen to rule over the seen. See, there it is. It's the unseen that rules over us. Things we can't see, things we can't touch. They're indistinct. Well, there is distinguishable by our senses. Our senses. Do you know that that's the ethereal worlds influencing you to hopefully do what is right? Those are the ethereal worlds. He says, verse 3, in all of the universe I have made the unseen to rule over the seen. Let the formation of clouds stand in view of man on earth, so that he may bear witness to the way the unseen becomes seen. And I had a video to where it showed a cloud. It showed a video of a cloud, and first it was there, and then it disappeared. It was like it was there,
and then it just vanished in the thin air. It just, I had it on video and I clicked off of it by accident. Verse 4, man perceived, he prayed for a sign of duration, and Jehovah answered him, saying, note the tree which is sprung up out of the ground, fulfilled its time. It falls and rots and returns to earth. But the wind, which you do not see, never ceases to blow. So also is the comparative duration of all things, meaning you go on forever. We all go on forever, man. Not like I'm telling you something you don't already know. I'm sure y'all know that. It says, do not think, O man, that corporal things are annihilated because they disappear. For as a drop of water evaporates and rises in the air as unseen vapor, so do all corporal things, even earth, stones, gold, silver, and lead, become as nothing, loss of physicality, corporality, in the firmament of heaven in course of time. Things that man sees, I created with a beginning and an end, but the unseen I made of endless duration. I made the corporal man belonging to the seen. The spiritual man I made as one with the unseen and everlasting. As the corporal man perceives corporal things, so does the spiritual man follow upward the evaporated corporal entities of things. As corporeal things are tangible to corporeans, so are spiritual things and tangible to the spirits of the dead. Meaning, you faith this, you brethren who wonder about, I don't know, for me, I don't know when I begin to wonder about someone I lost that was dear to me. But I know that to this day, that's one of the reasons why I am. The sense of loss is so profound. It set you on well, I can't speak for anybody else, but it set me on a different life course. And I know I was really young when that happened. You have got to find out what happened to them. You must know. Now, just speaking for myself, see, and here the creator, he's saying that all things, all things, they keep going. They keep going. And spiritual people gravitate to spiritual things. They gravitate to spiritual things. Some follow after deception. Some brethren fall, they find the creator. They're just like the principle of air. They elevate spiritual faithless brethren. They just elevate. They going to rise and rise and rise. They just going to keep doing it, man. Verse 9, as I cause water to rise upward as a vapor and take a place in the air above, let it be a sign. See, a sign and testimony of other places, plateaus and atmospheria, where the spirits of the lower heaven dwell. As I made a limit to the ascent of clouds, so I made a limit to the places of the different kinds of substances in atmosphere, the more subtle and potent to the rim, and the more dense and impotent closer to nearer the earth. So the more a person is tied to the earth and carnal things and luxuries and material and power and the things of the earth, the less spiritual they are. If you're not very spiritual in this reality, when you cross over, you'll be close to the earth. You'll just be hanging out in atmosphere of the earth, talking about what's going on in the earth, how you miss hitting the lottery, how you miss chasing money, talking about the earth because you won't know anything else until you finally are able to consider the creator. Will you come out of that? Only after you begin to consider the creator, or you will remain in that dense environment. And brethren who are faithless, who are spiritual, they're going to just rise just like the principle of vaporized water. That's the big picture right there. And here's that picture that I was going to share. So that will conclude the reading of this video, brethren. The principle, to summarize this whole video, the bridge at CHINVAT is you're determining, see, everything that we say, do, or our actions, and I don't want to offend anybody, but that's where we were. That's our reality, you know.
That's our whole. My brother in this room, Moriel, he keeps saying how he treats others, how he wants to be treated. And I know that's a spiritual principle. See, that is a lesson we got to learn. We have got to learn, man. You know, it all boils down to people. You know, for me, I'm trying to change my mind. I'm just simply because, you know, I got enough problems within my own self that I'm trying to peel off of me from the things I've learned in my life, my attitudes towards people. You know, I'm not a Christian anymore where I used to blab all about even the things I did in darkness. That ain't necessary, man. You know, it don't prove anything. It don't get you, you know, I remember belonging to a church where people would get up there and in front of the whole congregation talk about the worst. I mean, things that even the Bible says, man, there are things you do you should not even be talking about. And I used to belong to a church where, and they thought that was righteousness, man. And Creator, he don't require all that madness, you know. That's only going to cause you problems later on when you see how you confessed it and you didn't even need to. That's how twisted some religion is, man. You know, all they do is just give you regret when the Creator is saying, hey, treat your brother. And when I say brother, you know, I mean sister. I don't even have to say that, you know. The whole thing is about how you treat one another. Like my brother, he says all the time, you know, treat how I want to be treated. That's a life lesson. Because in the end, all that matters, man, is the bridge of CHINVAT. You know, Creator, he said a lot of people don't even make it there. They don't even make it there. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I'll pick up tomorrow in the reading. I'm sorry I didn't have the daggone. Oh, it's killing me, man, that my brother wasn't in. Dave, are you in the room? If you are, type of one. Oh, that's a killer, man. I somehow banned him by mistake. And I thought I fixed it. I might not have. I'm going to work on it. I'm going to certainly work on it. So anyway, there ain't no way for nobody to join the room because I did something and I can't get the link. I can't. It won't let me copy and paste the link, man. I can't get it done. So I'm gonna have to just end it. Normally I have brethren come in and take the get on the screen or get on the channel and talk about what you think or anything. I can't do that. I didn't buy StreamYard for that. I want it to be an interactive, a place to share and talk with one another. So I'll do better tomorrow, man. I messed up today. So, brethren, bless you. Thank you for joining me. Want to give thanks to Heavenly Father, Earthly Mother for this opportunity to try to be a light while I'm in this reality. Brethren, see you tomorrow on video, Heavenly Father willing. And until I see you again, peace, love, and light. Shalom.